Hey everyone, welcome back to SFDC Ninja, and I'm here with one more Apex Trigger scenario. So, one of my subscribers sent me this scenario, which he faced in his interview for NTT data. Guys, this scenario is similar to the scenario which we have covered in previous video, but it has some modifications. So, let's understand each modification one by one. First, let's understand the data model. In this scenario, a new field has been added, which is maximum time in stage. This field is of text type. This is all about data model. Now let's understand this scenario. So in previous scenario, we calculated that how much time a particular order has spent in a particular stage throughout the order journey. And now in this scenario, we need to calculate the highest time for which the order stayed in a particular stage. Let me explain it in a simple language. Let's say we have an order record in which value in stage field is new. After 10 minutes, user update the stage field value to in progress. So in stage new, the order spent 30 minutes. Now if the order moves from in progress to approved, then we have to do same calculation for in progress. So if the order is spent 45 minutes in stage in progress, then we will compare it with the time it spent in stage new. And since the order spent more time in stage in progress, that's why we have to update max stage time field to show in progress stage name and the time spent in it. So the goal of this trigger will be to track the time spent in each stage of an order and to identify and update the record to show the stage where the order spent the most time. I hope the scenario is now clear to you. It's time to code, so let's switch to VS Code. So guys, most of the part of this scenario we have already covered in previous video, which is scenario number 60. You can check it out. Now let's understand that what this code is currently doing. In this code, till now what we did, we performed some key actions like this code iterates over the new order records and checks that if stage field value has been changed or not. After that, we have calculated the time spent in the previous stage by finding the difference between current time and last stage change date. If this date is not available, then it uses the order's creation date. After that, it updates the stage history field, and at last, it updates the last stage change field with the current date and time to reflect the most recent stage change. So, this code is basically maintaining the time spent in each stage. And now, in this scenario, we need to calculate the highest time for which the order stayed in a particular stage. Now, guys, what we will do? First, we will create a variable like this, string max time info, and in this variable we will store the stage name and the time spent in that stage. uh, Copy this one, paste it here, dot stage, time spent, paste it here, minutes. Now we will create a map like this, map id comma string, let's say max time info map. And in this map, we will store the maximum time information for each order using the order ID as the key. Basically, this map is like a temporary record keeping tool, which will help to track how long each order has been in its current stage. See, as we look at each order, we will use this map to easily see that if the new item is longer than before. Now, we will apply a condition like this. If new order dot max time in stage is null. So if this condition will get true, I mean if there is no information present in this field, Then we will add this max time info in map for this order ID. Because if there is no existing maximum time recorded, then we can use this new information to start tracking it. Basically, this will ensure that every order gets an initial value for maximum time spent in the stage. So let's copy the map name, paste it here, dot put new order dot id, copy this variable name and paste it here. Else, if there is already a value in this field, then we will apply another condition like this, max time info map dot contains key new order dot id. This is to check that if this map already contains the order ID, and if it is not present, then we will add the existing max time from the order in this map like this, dot put new order dot id new order dot max time in stage. Basically, this is to ensure that we have the previous maximum time stored in this map so that we can compare it with the new time value. Now in next step, for comparison, we will extract the maximum time value from the map like this. String, let's say existing max time parts. Copy this map name, paste it here. Dot get new order dot id, and we will split it. Basically, this line splits the time information string stored in this map to separate the stage name from the time spent. After this, we will convert the time part into a long in order to compare it with the new time. So let's convert it. Long existing max time dot value of, copy this one, paste it here, dot split. Now let's understand what we did here. Let's say this part returns a string like this, uh, stage name 30 minutes. So here we have split this string into parts using split function. So now this existing max time parts looks like this. Let me write it here. Stage name 30 minutes. Now here this part gives us the second part of the split, which is 30 minutes. And here we split the 30-minute part again, which will split the string into 30 and minutes like this. So first it will give 30 minutes, and after splitting we will get a response like this. And at last it will take the first part of this new split, which is 30. So this part gets 30. Basically, our goal is to extract the numerical part of the time from the string so that we can compare it with other time values. Now comes the comparison part. Here, we will compare the new time spent in the stage with the existing maximum time. So let's compare it. If time spent is greater than this one, and if the new time is greater, then we will update our map with this new maximum time. So let's update the map. Info map dot put new order.id, and we can use this one. This is to ensure that we only keep the largest time value in map as well as in max time in stage field. Now at last we will update this field. So for that what we'll do, we will create a list. Let's say orders to update. Copy this list name and here add record in it. Iterate over this list, apply a check that if this map contains the ID of this order, and if it contains, then we will simply update the field. Save it and deploy it to work. And there is no need to update the trigger part, so we have our code ready. It's time to see it in action. So let's go to our org, open this record, and here let's update the field. We will update it to in progress. And here, as you can see, that we are getting the expected output. Now we will wait for another 5 minutes and then we will again update the stage field. So let's update the stage value again and we will update it to new. Click on save and still we are getting the expected output, which means our code is working fine. So that's it for today, guys, and I'll be back with more interesting trigger scenarios. Thank you and keep watching.